How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an exciting video and we're looking at an announcement that Sony has just made on the PlayStation blog that Marvels Avengers confirmed for free on the PlayStation 5. Let's dive into this announcement and take a look. Welcome back everybody, how are we doing today? Today I want to take a look at Marvels Avengers, which is a game that is being developed by, I guess, the team that made Tomb Raider, the name escapes me right now, and published by Square Enix. The game itself is, I guess, shaping up to be something interesting, but the exciting news is that Sony have just announced via the PlayStation blog that the game will be available to PlayStation 5 owners for free. So I thought we'd dive in and take a look at that. Before we do though, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. I really appreciate all the new subscribers that have come on board. If you're a new viewer of the channel, I make new videos about PlayStation content like this all the time, as well as looking at trophies, trophy roadmaps, and other PlayStation related content. So please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. So let's dive in. You'll be able to see this here. So Marvel Avengers confirmed as a free upgrade to PS5 users. So basically what they're doing here is incentivizing you to purchase the game on PlayStation 4 and being able to then transfer, I guess, an enhanced version of that game across to the PlayStation 5. The challenge, I guess, they're having, and this is probably what a lot of publishers are going to be experiencing over the next couple of months, is that people will hold off purchasing the late-gen PS4 games at the risk of them also coming out across PS5 as well. You know, we've got games that are going to be cross-gen, so games that are coming out on PS4 and PS5, like Assassin's Creed. And this actually could be a similar situation where they have a PS4 version and a PS5 version releasing, and people not wanting to purchase the PS4 version because the PS5 version is going to be enhanced and it's going to just be so much better. This is a great way of Square Enix encouraging people to purchase the game on PS4 and it be available for you on PS5 for free day one, which is just a very, very smart move. I do hope that we see other developers follow suit with this. Let's dive in and have a look at what this says specifically about this game, and then we'll talk a little bit more about like what this potentially means. So see how the PS5 version of Avengers will shine when it lands this holiday. So the CTO at Crystal Dynamics, Gary Snethen, has published this article. Essentially, he goes on to say, PS5 greatly lifts the performance and graphics bar for consoles. The new GPU allows us to increase our texture resolution, push to higher level of detail further from the player, enhance our ambient oscillation, improve our anisotropic filtering, and add a variety of new graphic features such as... I feel like they've intentionally put complicated words in here to make it sound more like amazing than it actually is. Essentially, they're increasing the graphics. They're enhancing the graphics and maybe the textures. I think that's what they're trying to say here. They're just saying it in a really complicated way. Goes on to talk about here how the GPU and CPU improvements allow them to do more exciting things around load times and how they load in the world. They talk about how the DualSense controller offers them advanced haptic feedback with the triggers that they're taking advantage of, how they're really excited for that. Therefore, they were happy to announce that when you purchase Marvel's Avengers on the PlayStation 4 platform, either digitally or on disc, and later upgrade to PS5, you'll get a PS5 version of the game with all its enhancements for free. In addition, PS5 gamers can play Marvel's Avengers online with PS4 gamers, so it's cross-play. So anyone who upgrades at any time can continue playing with their friends across both platforms. The game will launch on September 4th, 2020, and then again on PS5 when it launches later in holiday 2020. So the announcement's good. I think this is a positive first step. I know Microsoft announced something very similar in terms of an upgrade program with current gen games coming across to Xbox Series X. Sony haven't announced anything yet. They've talked about their exclusive titles to PS5 and nothing else. But all of the developers that are coming out on that cusp, so Avengers is one of them, Crash is probably going to be one of them in late October, early October now. So is all of the sports games that EA are launching, NBA 2K, FIFA, Madden, Cyberpunk now that's been pushed all the way out through into November, I believe. These games are all going to be coming out like on that cross-generational period, which means that they need to have these sort of things in place to let people know, hey, it's safe to buy this game on PS4 because you're still going to get use out of it on PS5. I mean, if you're set on upgrading to PS5 and you're ready to trade in your PS4 or get rid of your PS4, chances are you're not going to be buying any of these late-gen games because they're just not going to have the playability that you might necessarily want, especially if you're looking to buy PS5 games. In the case of games like Assassin's Creed, NBA, these games will have PS5 versions of those games, which makes me kind of sit there thinking, well, do I need to buy the PS4 version, or should I just wait until PS5 comes out and I'll play Assassin's Creed when PS5 comes out? Which is probably what I'll end up doing. So I guess this is a way for publishers to then talk to the audience and say, hey, actually, you should still buy the game on PS4 because when you get a PS5, it's going to be completely free to upgrade and you'll have the PS5 enhanced version, which is smart. I do actually tip my hat to Square Enix for this. I think it's a smart move. Obviously, the PS4 version of the game will work on PS5, but it won't be enhanced in the same way. It will just be a improved version of the game, but not the actual native PS5 version of the game. I'm interested to see what Sony does going forward, whether or not they're going to be doing something similar with their first-party titles, especially the ones that have just come out, like Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us. Are they going to be enhanced for PS5? Will there be a patch for PS5 owners so that you can get a free upgrade? Or is that something you're going to have to pay for? You guys might remember when the PS3 to PS4 generation happened, there was a number of cross-generational games that offered a upgrade, but you had to pay for it. So it was about a $10 upgrade, I believe. And it covered games like Call of Duty, it wasn't Black Ops, it was Call of Duty Ghosts, it was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it was NBA, it was Madden, and they all had these, like, FIFA as well probably, they all had these like $10 upgrades where you could basically get the current gen version, and then when the next gen version launched you could pay, and you could use your PS3 disc in the PS4 and it would give you an enhanced version of that game, which was good at the time. And I actually thought that was a pretty decent solution. I mean, you didn't have to purchase the game again. You could play the game early on the current generation, which was PS3, and then when PS4 launched, you could continue to play it. But in this instance, yeah, I don't know if it's appropriate really to make us pay for the game a second time now, or whether or not we should just be given that for upgrading. Square's obviously decided to kind of put their foot in the ground and do that, and maybe that will encourage other developers to do something similar. I kind of hope that's the case. So yeah, it's kind of exciting news. I guess the bigger question is whether your save file will carry across from PS4 to PS5. Do they actually mention that in here? It doesn't look like they mention that in here at all, but I wonder whether or not all your progress from PS4 will carry across to PlayStation 5 as well with the PS5 version, or you need to start a whole new game with a new save file, because that would be equally tedious if that was the case. So hopefully they do have a solution for that. Definitely hoping they do that. But I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you think of these upgrade programs? Do you think we should have to pay for an upgrade from PS4 to PS5? Do you think it should be a free upgrade? I'm interested to get what your opinions and what your thoughts are on this. Do you think Square Enix are doing the right thing? Personally, I think this is a really, really good consumer-friendly move from Square. The jury is still out on whether or not Avengers is going to be a great game or not. I think the game looks interesting, and the game, I'm not super excited for it. Nothing in the trailers have got me like, whoa, hyped. I'm glad it's coming out because there's tons of people who are massive Avengers fans who are going to enjoy it, so I'm glad the game exists. But for me, it's at the moment they haven't done anything to convince me that this game is going to be great. I actually didn't realize it was coming out so soon. September 4th is really close. That's like 2 months away from now. June, August, yeah, I guess it's pretty close. So it means that I better probably start looking at how I cover this game on the channel, because I think there's going to be a lot of people who are excited for it. But yeah, are you excited for Avengers? And what do you think of this move? Do you think that Square have done the right thing? Do you think that there's something else? There's another solution that they could do? It's a shame that the PS4 version of games don't just enhance themselves natively to PS5. I thought that was something that was talked about a while back, is that games would run better. I guess running better is different to like natively running on that platform or that hardware. I think at the very least, an upgrade to make them run better is the solution. Yeah, I just really do hope that other developers follow suit in this and they do the same thing. I don't want to have to pay twice for the same thing. There'll be a Call of Duty game this year, of course, that will be cross-gen. I'll probably play it on PS4, but it's probably going to come out on PS5 too, right? So I don't want to have to buy the same game again twice if I don't have to. And I really don't want to have to upgrade. I don't want to have to pay to upgrade. Crash is the same. Crash is coming out in October, and I'm going to play Crash tons in October. But does that mean I'm going to have to buy a PS5 version of Crash as well in November or December if I want to play it on PS5, like enhanced on PS5? And that worries me slightly. Crash specifically did mention Xbox Series X, which makes me think it would be a PS5 game as well. To be honest, any game that's coming out like in this period now, from now till the end of the year, is probably going to be a cross-generational game. It would shock me if they're not. So yeah, like I said, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this. Good move, Square Enix. Happy with it. But it has got me a little bit worried about like what the future of these cross-generational games mean and what this upgrade means for us playing games on PS4. So yeah. Alright, thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry it got a bit rambly there at the end. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. See you in the next one.